Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. So in my previous video, I did on the monofilament versus fluorocarbon. I mentioned a third line, a line called a copolymer, and I said I would do a separate video on it, just to go over what a copolymer line is, especially for the beginners. Okay, but if you pros out there want to follow along, no problem.
Oh
All right.
yeah.
But so, what is a copolymer line? Well, it is actually a fishing line, another nylon type fishing line. It has two different types of nylon polymer that is used for its creation. What it basically is, it is a monofilament core that is coated with a fluorocarbon coating. So it has the benefits of a monofilament as well as a fluorocarbon line. Now, not exactly, but it does have characteristics that are similar to mono and similar to fluoro. It's also a lot less expensive than a fluorocarbon line. A little bit more than mono, but not as expensive as the fluorocarbon lines. So let's go over some of the key characteristics for you. And what I'll do, I'm going to throw up the chart so you can follow along with me. All right. Okay, here we go. So key characteristics. Certainly more improved than monofilament, as you just mentioned. It combines two or more nylons for enhanced performance over the standard mono. So it makes it a much stronger line. Strength, yeah, stronger than mono for its diameter. And it's got excellent knot strength, which mono has very good knot strength. But fluorocarbon, as you know, as I mentioned in my last video, it's not as strong. So this one has something in between. As I said before, it's a lot thinner, so you get more of it on the reel than you do your fluorocarbon because it's a lot thicker, and of course, it is incredibly strong. Now, less stretch than mono, but more than fluoro, offering shock absorption for solid hook sets. Again, there's a little bit of forgiveness with a copolymer line, which you have with monofilament has forgiveness, but you don't get with a fluorocarbon line. All right. So this can also be beneficial for people just starting out in the sport as well. You get the benefits of a fluorocarbon, but you also get the forgiveness of a monofilament line. Abrasion resistance. It's a lot much better resistant to nicks and abrasion compared to mono. If you take mono out of the water after you dragged it over rocks or whatever, you'll see the abrasion in the line because it's so much softer. In fluoro, you won't see it at all. In the copolymer, you might see it. It'll happen, but it won't be as severe as monofilament. Memory has a much lower coil memory. Now that's when the line comes off your fishing rod, off your spool when you're casting. It's got that pigtail effect, that coil effect. You will still get it with a copolymer, but it won't be as severe as you have with the monofilament. The fluorocarbon, because the fluorocarbon being thicker, the memory is more apt to be greater. Mono stretches, so you can stretch it out. The copolymer is kind of sitting in between. You will still get the coil, but it's not as bad. Visibility. Now, with that coating, that fluorocarbon coating on it, it does decrease the visibility of the copolymer in the water, but it doesn't render it almost invisible like pure fluorocarbon. So there is a bit of visibility to it. It's certainly less visible than monofilament, but it's not invisible like the fluoro. It's kind of in between. Sinking. Copolymer is more denser than mono, but not as dense as fluorocarbon. Again, it's in between. It will sink. It more or less suspends down in the water. It doesn't sink down to the bottom, which fluorocarbon will do that. Because remember, fluorocarbon is over 2/3 denser than what the density of water is, where monofilament is almost neutral. This is just a little bit heavier than the monofilament, so it will sink to some degree. So there are uses, of course, as you know, for sinking lines, and we'll go over that in the video when we talk about the uses of the different lines. Pros and cons, there's not a lot. There really isn't. It's user friendly. It's actually a very good all around line for good all around performance, and it's good value. You're getting a better line than monofilament. Yes, you're paying a little bit more, but you're certainly not paying out what you would be for pure fluorocarbon. That is expensive line. As I said before, it'll run you $50, $60 for a small spool versus, $8 or $9 for monofilament, and the copolymer might run you, 12, maybe $15. So a little better line, a little bit more money, but certainly not as expensive as the fluorocarbon. So that's a bit of a review of the copolymer line. So again, it is a combination of monofilament, a monofilament core wrapped in a fluorocarbon coating. And that way you're getting kind of the benefits of both lines. You're getting the benefit of monofilament, you're getting the shock absorbency, the forgiveness, the lightness, but yet you're also getting the strength and the durability of fluorocarbon and the less visibility of fluorocarbon, but not quite invisible, but you're kind of getting both, the best of both worlds with a copolymer line. And of course, the price range is a lot less than fluorocarbon. So want you to stay tuned for my next video where we'll go over the uses, the best uses for the 3 different lines, and that will give you an idea of maybe which way you want to go as you start experimenting in different styles of fishing. Okay? All right. So until the next time, this is Sharon saying, tight lines, guys.